Hey everyone, my name is Lee, and today I'm going to be talking about my one of my favorite hobbies that I like to pursue that I recently got into, and I really do like it, and I feel like I do a lot better than most of my other hobbies, and also why it can be beneficial to your overall mental health, not just physical health, but just overall in general. So getting into the hobby that I chose that I wanted to talk about today is crocheting. Behind me, as you can see, I have a few projects. I've crocheted all four of these major. These are probably like four of my major big projects. I carved. I crocheted these last year, so they take about 2 to 3 months depending on how much workload, like work and school combined, are together. I usually just worked on this on my free time to help me like de-stress. If I was too stressed on a project, if I was too stressed at work, I would come back to these projects and just keep working on it, and then I would complete them. The benefits of going into crocheting is that it can go into so many other different aspects of other projects. So for example, you can crochet different patterns and combine them into making them blankets. And you can crochet items into basically into anything. It's kind of like 3D printing but with fabric or yarn, I should say, because you're just creating out of nothing. Basically, you're getting a piece of yarn, you're just sewing. You can make a whole bunch of different items out of it: clothing, plushies, just anything to cover anything. You can do anything with yarn, basically. I personally do a lot of the graph, not 3D. I don't do 3D art, but I use kind of not Excel sheets, but I use a program that designs different photos into grid patches. So like it'll turn into a grid design, and it'll go based off of blocks like this by this many squares, and then correlating the squares with how many yarn stitches you have to do. You just correlate to that, and it's kind of like a lot of going back and forth, crocheting and having to be accurate of how many stitches you put in a crochet. That's kind of like the only tedious part that some people can mess up, or not some people, most people could mess up on, because if you miss a stitch, you could throw up the whole pattern. So it's a very tedious hobby, I should say. Some people would say it was tedious, but a lot of people enjoy it overall. Like, I'm one of the people who think it's tedious, but also I enjoy it. I like doing projects like these on the wall, and it's very beneficial to having like a group, like a crochet group, to you guys can come together and make big projects. Like, a lot of people come together and combine themselves and make awesome like crochet designs. So yeah, it's a pretty awesome hobby that I personally picked up. And like I said, I picked it up recently, about a year ago, and I feel like I do a lot of art in general, but I feel like this aspect of art, which is using yarn, you're crocheting with your hands and stuff, it's personally really nice. I like it. So to summarize all my points and aspects of this hobby, I would promote this hobby for a lot of people who are like not just introverted. It's a really introverted hobby to have, because you're just sitting in a room all day crocheting and making projects. It's for anybody can do it. It really brings people together, so it's like a really peaceful hobby to do. Like, even your family members, like your aunts, uncles, grandpa, grandparents, anybody. But I like personally to crochet by myself, because it's a like I said before, it's a really good decompressing like mechanism to get me from being stressed from work and school. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my presentation. I hope